Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show Podcast.
Well, hello. How's everybody doing? Welcome to the KVJ After the Show Podcast. Bird is cracking himself a little beer ski over there.
Dude, it's Christmas time.
It is Christmas time. You're right.
And that beer is red and green on the labeling.
It's very Christmassy.
So
Oh, that is. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, it is. Nice, nice. Yeah, and we're one day from the weekend. Can you believe that?
I mean, it's like senior year up in this piece.
Love these short weeks. How nice is that?
I
huh?
know.
This one actually went by really quick.
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
It did. This one, usually our short weeks go by long. I mean, Mama, we are in the Friday already, almost.
Pretty much.
I feel like I've had so much crap to do. I finally last night took down Thanksgiving.
Oh, you did? Okay.
I mean, finally. My house was still tricked out from Thanksgiving.
Okay. Did you put Christmas up or you just nothing?
That's a 2-hour project.
If you need help with some lights, call one of your other friends.
Yeah, because I want to put you on a ladder.
I'm helping Denny's do his.
That's
Are
a
you
bad
really?
idea.
Oh, wow.
I'm kidding. If you really want me to help you, I'll help you.
No, I got it.
I'm feeling very seasoned.
Why don't you just come over and drink in the yard and entertain me?
I fucking love it.
There you go. That's what he's good at.
We'll just goof off in the yard. I'll climb the ladder.
I'll entertain you and you can do your shit. I love it. That's great. What a deal.
Yeah, there's some festive stuff going on this weekend. They're doing the Wellington Winterfest with Vanilla Ice. That is going to be going on. In fact, tomorrow for the No Name movie game. We'll give you a pair of VIP tickets for that. They're doing it remote, got to be in your car kind of thing. So it's going to be a little bit different.
Okay.
Yeah. And they're not releasing the location this year after you go, and you have to pay $20 a car this year to get in, and they'll tell you the location after you pay.
I'm not sure if this is rumor or if it's fact, but I heard that Vanilla Ice is going to go to each car and do Ice Ice Baby.
Wow.
That's the rumor.
I think they're doing 300 cars, so that's going to be 300 times.
Could you imagine if you had to
It's
do
a little
that?
extensive.
Our giveaway tomorrow includes a meet and greet, too, with Vanilla Ice, who just tested positive for COVID.
No.
Did he?
Just kidding.
Oh, no.
Just kidding. Haha, jokes.
That would put a damper on things.
It would, yeah. Would you still go? Imagine if if Billy Joel was going to do a meet and greet with you, but he has COVID.
Twice on that day and 3 times on Sunday.
Okay.
It
Not going to deter you.
Wouldn't even be close.
I'm going.
Yep, I would.
It's got to be maskless.
If he was cool.
Yeah.
He wants to hug.
I hugged the Kevin Ralston in the height of his COVID, and it didn't get me.
You're right. Yeah, maybe you just don't.
I'll go there, and then I'll come back. I'll quarantine,
Yeah.
or I'll go get tested.
Yeah.
You don't have to go. If someone has COVID, and I'm not trying to talk about COVID, so don't yell at me, chat room. I'll keep it quick. If someone's got COVID and you know that they have COVID, you've been in contact with them, but then you just go get a test and you're negative, you're fine, right?
You know, the thing that is crazy about it is they said that latest thing I read was that you're basically contagious for 5 days. 2 days where you really don't have any symptoms, and then 5 days where you start to. And
Incubation nation.
Yeah, so it's those 2 days where you just don't know. Be like, I'm fine. And they say that's the problem with the testing, like you have said. You can go get that negative test, and on your way out, you touch something that's got the COVID.
Corona Carl comes up.
Yeah. And then all of a sudden you got it and don't think you do. But I know they're saying that if you're going to travel for Christmas, they want you to get a test before and then a test after. But I don't even think that's going to do it. So,
All right, well then, yeah, I'm meeting a maskless Billy Joel, and he can cough all up on my shit. I don't care.
yeah, right on it, huh?
I don't-
Make it happen.
It's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Yeah.
Although those meet and greets, I'm not a huge fan of meet and greets.
It has to have the stipulation that Billy is happy to be there.
Yes.
Because we've been on a lot of meet and greets, going backstage at radio concerts, and we're all excited to go back there and meet whoever it is. And the artist is pissed. They don't want anything to do with you. They certainly don't want to meet you. They want to prepare for their show. And it's just, you feel bad because then you're like, oh, I'm in their space. I shouldn't be here.
I'm with you. I've been to a couple meet and greets. I'm like, I feel weird. I don't know if they liked me, and I don't think I like them anymore.
I want to go away.
I like what Zach in the chat room says. I wouldn't meet Billy Joel if he knocked on my door. Damn, motherfucker!
You wouldn't answer the door?
You're cold, bitch. You're cold. That's pretty funny.
I mean, if Billy's knocking on your door, I mean that's
Not even an answer.
fascinating.
You got to answer the door, Zach.
You won't even answer. Damn.
There are some celebrities where I probably would not answer the door. If I saw a Kardashian, I'm like,
Oh, you'd answer the door for a Kardashian. You lying sack of shit.
You don't speak for me. You don't know me.
I don't think there's anybody I wouldn't answer the door for.
Okay, Ron Jeremy knocks on your door. Hey, what's going on? I just assume that's how he talks.
I don't think it's far off.
Creepy and just slithery.
He actually talks like a hedgehog.
Yeah.
I don't know. Maybe I wouldn't answer the door for him.
See?
Yeah.
Yeah, too risky today.
Cam Newton comes knocking up on your door. You're going to answer the door?
I answer the door and tell him off.
Oh, you would?
Oh, I got some words for him. I'm not scared of Cam Newton.
And I'm sure he'd be so
Yeah.
frightened.
Well, he's on my door. You're on my turf, bitch. Let's go. With your goofy ass outfit, dressing like grandma.
I don't answer my door for anybody, to be quite honest with you. Celebrity,
Yeah.
unless it's Uber Eats.
You'll even answer the door for Uber Eats with a pizza from a stalker.
Oh, I never told you the Uber Eats. That was a real story from that list.
Oh, yeah. So some Uber Eats guy was dropping on you why he doesn't listen to KVJ anymore.
He recognized my name, and then he recognized me when I opened the door, and he starts talking to me. He was real friendly at first. He's like,
Yeah.
hey, what's up, Jaybird? What's going on? Then he goes into, I don't listen to you guys anymore. I can't listen to it. Too many commercials. You guys play too many songs. And then he starts to tell me about other stuff he's listening to. I'm like, oh, cool. I'll take my food now.
And they don't have music and commercials? Was he listening to podcasts or something?
I guess so, yeah. Some
Yeah.
Spotify
Well,
bullshit.
tell that bitch we got a podcast.
At that point, I just wanted my food.
Fuck
Yeah.
him. No, you should have told him what was up. Some people you got to drag kicking and screaming.
Yeah.
There's the podcast, Uber Eats guy.
Keep in mind too, for the Uber Eats stuff, you can leave a little section or a little note on there that you just want it dropped off at your door as well. I don't do that anymore ever
Do they have a
since.
section like, don't give me comments about my profession?
Don't give me no lip about my job.
Don't air
They got
check
that
me.
now.
Yeah, don't give me comments about my profession.
Uber has that where you can say, I want a quiet ride and I want the AC to blow cold.
We're all turning into divas now. We got this power. No eye contact.
Yes, do not speak to
Do
me.
not look at me in the eye. Do not speak to me.
Don't even ask me where I'm going. Just sense it.
We all have this power now. Yeah, that's really it. That's the best cheat is listening to the podcast, because if you don't like the music and commercials, you do have to wait. You don't get it live. That's the only thing. But, it's not that late we upload it. And then, boom, you get it all, and it's just straight KVJ. I wanted to throw a shout out to Matt D from Fort Pierce. He said that I heard you talking about listening, and according to Podbean, I've listened to 2,707 hours of KVJ.
Yeah, so many people have tagged us in our DMs on Instagram with their screenshot of how many hours. Like, one guy had like 53,000 hours. I was like, dude.
We gotta buy that guy like a drink or
I
something.
reposted it. I reposted the big ones.
He said, any chance we can get the older ones that were lost when you switched to Hubbard and re-added back? You'll have at least one person who will listen to the fuck out of them. And I, too, yell at those super fans who play that game that don't even know you're from Logan, Kevin. Jeez. Yeah, I will tell you what the plan is and what will hopefully happen, and we're trying to push our company now really into doing more with the podcasting stuff. And what I mean by that is monetize. You can do really short commercials where, let's say, for instance, you talk about something you really like. If you have a product like a Squeezed, They're going, hey, try out squeeze.com juice cleanses, and it would be a 10-second little thing in between a segment. And so, that might come in there, but that would get some money to the podcasting. It wouldn't be the kind of obtrusive 8-minute commercial long stop breaks that you hear on the radio. And we'd be able to make a little bit of money. And what I'm hoping to do, because it's like $1,700 we have to pay to try to get our hard drive worked on that has all that audio on it and video from the old KVJ stuff. And, just for us, none of us are crazy wealthy enough
to have $1,700 just laying around.
Because it's a gamble, because it may not even work. And that, to me, is the biggest part. If it were $1,700 and you knew you were getting it all back, I'd be like going, okay, I'd lay down the $1,700. You may lay down $1,700 and then it doesn't work and you get nothing back. And like I said, just, we're like a lot of y'all. It's like, you're probably not going to take a gamble on $1,700.
17 is too high.
No, well, not if you don't know if it's going to be foolproof.
What if we gave that computer to Hubbard and said, hey, here's a bunch of extra content that we can monetize?
That's basically the plan, yeah. So
let
the
Hubbard
plan
fix
is
it.
the plan. Well, I don't know if they have the experts to fix it, but what we want to do is say, hey, when you start selling some of the advertising, give us some of that money so we can give us the $1,700 so that we can get this thing fixed, and then then you can monetize it and start making money off of it. Why not?
I mean, we have so much material in that thing where every single day, if you wanted to, we could do a KVJ Rewind as a segment. There's that much stuff.
You could. That'd be awesome.
Yeah. So hopefully that will crack the code on that, and that will be coming soon. And we're pushing them on a daily basis to say, hey, let's start selling this. Let's do more with this. Like we'd said yesterday, we're getting some solid downloads on it. And so,
well, they love seeing those download numbers go up. Double the content is double the downloads.
Yeah. So we can start doing some good stuff with this.
Yeah. When Kevin says, like that, it means, I'm not listening to you, Virginia.
No, I'm listening. I don't have anything to say. I'm like,
It's my, I've tuned you out. I've already moved on in my head.
People are suggesting that if I did take that $500 for the date, I could put that towards it fixing the computer.
Yes.
They're very clever.
We have to start doing odd jobs to pay for this.
Chipping away.
Maybe I could wash the outside windows of our building.
I got to do 3 rounds of the hooking. $500 a pop, and then...
I could sell some more of my used socks.
Oh, yeah. Or if you really want to get that money up there, you probably have to start selling the panties.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, that was very dirty. It's the beer.
Is that what it is?
I'm a lightweight.
What are you drinking? Creeper Light?
Creeper Light.
It brings out the creepy
No,
in here.
he's a full creeper. He's a creeper lager.
It's not my fault. I'm drinking creepy beer. The word panties, dudes should never say the word panties. It always comes off very creepy.
Is this a new rule?
I don't know, I'm just free forming over here.
He is. Let me see. On the COVID tip, I thought this was interesting because we wound up, when we first found out, I told you right before the Atlanta deal, I can't remember the thing. My wife tested on Wednesday, and it was, I think, like Friday morning or something like that, or maybe it was Monday morning, because I know I think it was all the way Monday morning, because she found out like on Monday, because, that's the only problem. Like weekends, a lot of these testing labs are not open, they're not working, so it could be like 5 days before you get the results. It was one of those things where we're like, well, what? And I think it was Monday morning we found out my wife was COVID positive. And we were supposed to be leaving, I think, that day.
Oh, boy.
To go to Atlanta. And so we ran to this lab in Boca, and it was a weird-looking shoddy tent because I had been to the other big ones at the other 3 testing sites that they had for the rapid stuff. I hadn't seen this one in Boca. Got in this huge, massive line that weaved all over town center parking lot there, the mall. And we were sitting there for like 45 minutes to an hour, and then they're like, nope, sorry, they're not open today. And they ushered us out, and that's where I'm like, oh my gosh. And that's when we went to the ballpark at the Palm Beaches, and their line was like 4 or 5 miles long. It would have been a 5-hour, 6-hour wait.
Oh, boy.
On that. So, people are getting kind of desperate here because you may have something like that where you're like, I got travel plans. I mean, if we had an airline ticket, thank God we were driving. If we had an airline ticket, what would you done then if we got to fly out in 3 hours and then you get a COVID positive result?
You can't go.
At
You
that
got to
point,
figure it out.
Right, because what did they do that couple that flew out of San Francisco knowing they were COVID positive?
Yeah.
They arrested them.
They should.
You know, and so that would have been the thing. We didn't know. But we didn't know that I hadn't yet heard that you could really be testing positive for months after having the COVID, which is my wife's deal because she got the antibodies. And not knowing that, you're just like, okay, what the crap are you supposed to do? So now in Florida, people are posting up bunk coronavirus testing sites. And the FTC is now saying that scammers are dressing like medical professionals and conducting fake, unsanitary tests for money and identity theft. So they're hitting you up 2 different ways. They charge you $240 to come in to take the test. And that was the one, too. We found one. I texted you that, Virginia. Like, my wife found one rapid testing place. They said it was a woman standing in a doorway at an office, and it was like $165 for a test or something like that. And I was like, well, that's kind of crazy.
Yeah.
It was so expensive. So they're getting people who are desperate for a negative test for whatever reason, and they go in, they not only take your $240, but then they're like going, okay, we need to get your social security number. Like, yes, thank you. We need your address. We need your phone number. And then they're stealing your identity on top of it.
Wow.
So they're double dipping, screwing you because people are desperate to try to get these things. And they say that they'll come up with some real legitimate looking signs, tents, hazmat suits, realistic looking tests. They're fooling some people, and they're like just to warn people that this is happening, and some people have been scammed. They say the warning signs is the clothing will be inconsistent. Scammers might wear painters' coveralls or lab coats instead of legitimate personal protective equipment. Could you see that? And they say that if you're worried about whether a nearby testing site is legit or not, check your state or local health department's website first to make sure that location is on it. If it's not, don't go.
Yeah, the Combat COVID website has a spreadsheet of all the places. It'll show you the free places. It'll show you the ones that charge. It'll show you the ones that take insurance. But it is kind of a dance because, like Kevin said, some are not open every day, and most require an appointment if they're free. Mm-hmm. I know even MD Now you have to have an appointment, for some of them. So the antibody test, I think you have to have an appointment. COVID, you can walk in, but
It's a dance.
it's a dance. And when we went and had our antibody, insurance covered it at MD Now.
It's a dance, but life is a dance. You learn as you go.
Drink.
Is this thing on? Sometimes you Garth and fall.
You're right.
Just life.
Just life.
I thought this was rather informative as well. We had that pet monkey discussion talking about would you want a pet monkey?
Yes.
They masturbate a lot. Keep that in mind.
Well, you'd be like 2 birds of a feather.
They do, though. All kidding aside, they jerk off on the reg constantly. I gotta stop
Really?
saying on the reg. They jerk off a lot.
Who's Reg?
He's covered in semen.
Monkey cum.
Oh, monkey cum.
Reg, go take a shower. You're covered in monkey cum again.
That'd be terrible.
Monkey cum's a very disgusting term.
Oh, something tells me those monkeys shoot it across the room.
That's what I'm saying. They're just constantly bopping the baloney.
Really? I did not know that about monkeys.
What an 80s thing to say. You're so 80s right now.
I am, man. It's so tubular.
And Chrissy said, I heard you all saying that you were thinking about a pet monkey. I have been a primate owner for 12 years. I've got marmosets, squirrel monks, owl monks, and lemurs.
Wow.
Owning primates becomes a lifestyle due to the demands and requirements of a primate. Owning a primate is not like owning a dog, cat, or other animal. For starters, you must have a permit from the FWC, Florida Wildlife Commission. There are also so many rules and laws that you must follow. Finding a vet, also a challenge because there are very few vets that will see a primate, let alone have experience treating a primate.
Huh.
You cannot own a primate and not expect to not get bit. May not happen very often, but when it does, It is always your fault, not the animals. I've had stitches several times from a bite.
Damn.
If you go on vacation, you can't leave your primate with just anyone to take care of. The caretaker must also be permitted with the FWC. And occasionally they will challenge you to obtain hierarchy in the family troop. You must always show them that you are the alpha. Wow. So they'll test you.
I don't know if
You
I
gotta
want.
bow up to this monkey?
What if they're trying to test you and they're just bopping the baloney? Now you're involved.
What if I've been drinking?
Or the monkey's been drinking. That happens. There's a smoking monkey.
She said selecting the right primate is also crucial. If you get a simple cold sore, that is fatal to several primate species.
Oh, wow.
They get herpes a lot too, I hear.
I think that's what she's saying.
Yeah, that's what it is. Oh, and P.S., they like to masturbate a lot.
I told
It
y'all.
doesn't say that.
Oh, come on, man. Damn it. I thought you got...
Kevin tricked you.
I told you.
Oh, I knew it.
Yeah, I told you, bitches. I told
See?
you. This monkey's bopped the baloney.
I'm not the only one. Monkey's doing it too.
See? I'm not the only one.
Told y'all, monkey like me.
Ah, jeez.
Interesting stuff, though. Learning.
Yeah, absolutely. I didn't know any of that stuff. Yeah, it does seem like it would be a lot of work. I'm just like, ugh. Yeah, it seems like it would be fun for about 5 minutes.
Well,
and
now
then,
they're biting.
Yeah.
That's not cool.
I'm out of this.
There's certain animals I'll take a bite. A monkey, I don't know I'm down with.
Yeah?
I'll take like a hamster.
Hamster bites they kind of hurt a little bit.
Little sharp teeth, Virginia.
They do.
They'll break the skin.
I know, but a hamster over a monkey.
Give me the hamster. Give me the hamster all day long.
Yeah, hamster over a monkey, no doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The hamsters, they actually have very large private parts. I don't know if you've ever had a hamster before.
Do they jerk off too?
Why does every animal we talk about, he goes right to
He
their
just
dick?
brings animal dick into
You can't-
every conversation.
I mean, it sounds like a fun challenge. We name an animal, you talk about their privates.
I'm just saying, we had
How much does a hamster come?
I'm just saying, we had hamsters. I've told the story too many times. We had hamsters. We thought one had the penis, one had the vagina, vice versa. The penis one had the babies. But I've told this story like 9 times on the air.
You want to talk about your dog's dick or any other animal dick?
Don't you dare sexualize my dog.
Let's talk donkeys.
They do have a big dick. And Kevin's leading me because he knows I have a donkey dick story. He knows I do. That's why.
I know he's got a thing for donkey dicks, but then I'm starting to realize he has a thing for every animal's dick.
Oh, him and his dad share an affinity for donkey
No,
dicks.
stop, because my dad listens every now and then. I don't want him thinking that
You told me this.
No, I said me and my dad were at the Dreher Park Zoo, and we were looking at a donkey, and I thought it was going poop, and it had a boner, and it was touching the ground. I go, Dad, why is the donkey going poop for so long? He's like, it's not poop, son. Donkeys have big penises. So that's...
How do you... So you're behind it looking through its legs?
I was looking through the fence, and by the way, it's the same visit when the ostrich bit my hand.
All word was spreading.
Oh, these animals were like, here he comes.
He's talking about
All around
animals.
the park.
He's a sicko. He's a real sicko. All he cares about is our dicks. Bite him.
Oh, I was sick. Clean it up, Sinicki.
You get to the final cage, the animals are covering themselves up. Look at him. This kid's trying to look at our dick.
But I'm not kidding you though. This donkey's dick was huge, Virginia. It was touching the ground.
Damn, that's a dick.
That's a dick.
Your dad was right.
His dad's sipping on a creeper light. He's Bennington.
You see Jaybird, just little baby Jaybird licking his lips, watching the donkey.
Dad, if you're listening, I'm so sorry it went this way.
It's a hashtag cock gazer. It's a club. They sit around looking at dicks all day.
I thought I was pooping.
He's in an animal dick club. He's got a calendar every month.
We can make that
Different
calendar.
animal dick. He just loves looking at animal dicks.
I bet you there's a calendar already. Animal Dicks
They got
calendar.
animal
I'm
dick
looking it
wine.
up.
You don't have to get him for Christmas.
I'm looking up animal dick calendar.
Oh, if they don't have one.
Animal dick calendar. Let's see here. It's
Imagine if you walk in, you're a service guy, and you walk into his apartment, he's got a big animal dick calendar.
holy shit, nature's dick pics.
I know where you'll be the rest of the afternoon.
Is it a calendar, or do we got to make it into a calendar for you?
It's things across the earth that look like penises. It's not animals.
You got a project today.
I think there's dick pic calendar. That's not animals. That's
Yeah, I
real
was gonna
dicks.
say, that sounds like you're going more human.
Big Cocks 2021.
We know that calendar exists.
I bet that would do well.
Sure, it's already out there, and I'm sure it does.
Oh, it's got a 5.0 rating on Amazon.
That's impressive. That's very impressive. Oh, there you go. Yeah, Christmas gift ideas. That's good. Put it on the top of your list. Are you guys getting anything for Christmas? How do you guys do it? Do you have any kind of wish list? Or do you guys just not even buy for everybody else and not get anything for myself?
I don't need anything.
Yeah, I don't need anything either. I ask them not to get me anything, but Mags is so sweet. She always likes to get me like beauty products.
But she should, though, because she's your daughter. Kids should get their parents gifts. I think that's a good thing for kids to do. Even if they can't buy you something, they better fucking get the macaroni out.
Make a macaroni
Do
necklace.
something.
Do
huh?
something, yeah. I think that's a sweet thing for kids to do. You should do that for your parents, unless you hate your parents, which is very possible.
Or you're just a selfish, spoiled little brat.
Which is very possible,
It's very,
too.
that's all very possible. Yeah, absolutely. I got an email here from Kevin. He had said, oh, no, wait, sorry, wrong email. Ashley had sent this in. She said, my husband and I are in the middle of a disagreement. I was hoping you guys could help with your opinion. My son is 6, and he's been begging us to allow him to start having sleepovers at a school friend's house. So far, he's only had sleepovers with immediate family, like my grandparents and aunts. I understand there is a pandemic going on, but taking that aside, when do you let your kids start having sleepovers at their friends' houses? I had a sleepover almost every weekend growing up, alternating between houses. My husband never enjoyed doing sleepovers and literally doesn't trust anyone with our kid. And I have to plead with him to leave the kid with the grandparents overnight even. I argue that as long as we have met the parents and know where they live, he should be allowed to stay over. My husband thinks he's still too young and doesn't think he should start until he's at least 10 years old. And I think that's ridiculous. Who's right here?
I think he's old enough. I mean, 6. Rocco's 5.
My mom would never allow it. I think the first house I ever spent the night, I think I was 12.
Wow.
And
Wow.
I had to fight. My dad allowed me to do it.
If you know the parents well, I would say, though, that's the thing. It can't be just parents that you've met and you know where the house is. Like, it has to be friends that you've socialized with.
If you trust them, you should be able. 6 is pretty young, though, isn't it?
Is it?
Oh, fucking, I ain't kids.
I feel like Rocco could handle it, but
Yeah.
They couldn't handle Rocco. Rocco would be cool.
Rocco's going to run your house if you invite him in.
Yeah, I think it's a two-part thing. I think it's knowing the parents, being comfortable with them, and especially I think the younger they are, the more trust that you have to have in them. So that's number one. But if it's a family that you know well and you trust them explicitly, to me, if the kid is comfortable doing it, I would greenlight it. And I think it's all a personal preference thing, and that's tough when you got a husband-wife disagreeing on it.
Maybe what you should do is tell your son he can have sleepovers at your house and you have him invite a little friend to stay over.
Start there with the home game.
Yeah, if you're
Yeah.
not comfortable. I did that with Mags in the beginning. I wanted her to have all of her friends come to us because you can just keep an eye on stuff better.
The first house I ever got to spend the night at, I didn't even care about the friend. I had such a crush on both of his sisters, and that's all I gave a shit about. Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
let's go play. Can we play by your sisters, please? They were just so hot. Fuck.
Did you jerk off at their house on the sleepover?
No. I did that at home.
He brought over his monkey dick calendar.
I did that when I left and went home. But those young crushes.
Oh, yeah.
No.
I get that. First one I remember my sleepover, I opted out of, and I had them take me home, and I still kind of vividly remember them driving me home. And what it was I was spending the night with a kid, and his older brother was telling me that he said, you know, your parents actually abandoned you.
Oh. Oh.
And he said, that's why you're here. He said, they dropped you off and they've left.
Oh, my God.
And I was like, I was probably
Who did this
kindergarten.
to you?
His name was Mark Palmer. His brother was Seth. We were the same age. His brother's like a year or two older. And yeah, I remember we were driving there and I was just like, I just want to go home. I want to go home and see if my parents are there.
I want to go home, get a snack.
Yeah, I was freaking traumatized because I really thought that my parents were gone. I thought they had abandoned me. And so I opted out. I didn't do my first planned sleepover. So it didn't work out for me.
That's awful.
Well, Mark
Yeah.
Palmer's a dick.
So was his brother Seth.
It wasn't
Yeah.
Seth's fault.
No, fuck Seth too. all of them. They're all guilty by association. Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That was it. So yeah, I didn't make it through.
When was your first sleepover?
I think maybe around like 9.
Really?
Yeah.
When did you have your first drink?
Probably around like 15,
That was your first drink?
14, 15.
Do you
yeah.
remember how old you were when you had your first legit adult beverage? How
Yeah, I
old?
was like maybe 16, 15, 16.
Okay.
Oh, first adult beverage. No, I was probably 14, 15.
I went to so many kids in middle school that were we're talking 13 years old, fucking hammered, doing whippets and acid and shit.
I did not have any of that action in middle school.
I think South Florida's is different, dog.
when I got to high school, I think that's when you were exposed to older kids, and that's who had it all figured out.
Middle school at Howell Watkins, in 7th grade, I think you're 13 there, kids were walking to school and smoking, and I didn't know what to do. I'm still playing with G.I. Joes. Oh, Mom, they're fucking smoking. I don't think I said fuck, though.
The mouth on this.
The
I
mouth
know,
of
right?
7th grade.
7th grader, talking like a sailor.
Do kids still smoke like they used to? Because that would be the rebellious thing in my hometown. I remember when we first started. It was more.
No, they vape.
It was. Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Because we
they
started
vape.
with the smoking. I remember it was a big thing when I was a teenager. I smoked like a chimney when I was in high school.
No, they vape.
I think you're right. I think it's all about the vaping these days.
is, okay.
But to me, when you see a kid smoking, you got to assume sex is right around the corner. Smoking and sex, to me, with young teenagers, it was always kind of went hand in. I'm just thinking back, all the kids that were smoking in 7th grade, they were all porking. All of them were porking.
Okay.
Smoking?
It goes to the mindset of
I
like
think
you
it
want to be an
does.
adult. You think it's an adult thing, and
I just think
Yeah.
when there's smoke, there's pounding. It sounds terrible. I'm so
taking a drink of Creeper Light. I mean, you're
Yeah, teen pounding.
I'm sorry. Boy.
wow.
Drink.
I mean, quite a spokesperson.
I'm so sorry.
Look at this guy in his Christmas sweater.
He's everything that Christmas shouldn't be.
Oh yeah, you're the perfect spokesperson for Creeper Light.
I was not trying to be creepy there. It's the words just come.
It's accidental.
It was accidentally creepy.
I like talking about teen pounding and monkey dicks.
Will Clark in the chat room goes, so creepy.
So creepy. Yeah, so I guess that would be my thing. And it is tough when you disagree on that, but hopefully you can ease into it. And maybe there's a compromise in there. If he's saying 10, kid's 6, maybe by 8 you can get the kid out doing some sleepovers.
There you go.
Yeah, a little compromise. That's what life's all about, right?
Did we help answer that question for you?
We got a little off topic.
I think we did.
Or go figure, huh?
I think I got off topic.
All right, we've only got one more day left. A little Friday. The weekend begins here tomorrow.
Friday.
Hope to have you all back. Thanks for being here today. We'll see you then. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems, ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.